You know when you get into the editing room and you're looking at your audio and your video and you can hear that annoying hum from the fridge that was on nearby, or maybe cars going on in the background, or even you forgot to turn off your AC? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove that sound. I'm Amanda Horvath, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of video without breaking the bank or taking up tons of their time. If you are looking to use video in your business this year, then be sure to subscribe and click that bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Too often, I'm listening to either a podcast or watching a video online, and it has background noise in it that I know could easily be taken out. Now, I haven't found a hack for doing this yet in iMovie or Screencast or any of those programs, but I do have a trick for you in Adobe Audition. And that is part of the Creative Cloud Adobe Suite. So if you have it, stay tuned, and I'm going to show you how to make it happen. Before we dive into how to do this, I want to show you how you can install Adobe Audition if you haven't already. So this is called your Adobe Creative Cloud Manager, and you can find it by just searching Adobe Creative Cloud and opening that guy up there. This will pop this up. And so then you can just navigate down to any app that you haven't downloaded, in this case, Adobe Audition, and go ahead and just click install. Once you have it open, this is what it's going to look like. You'll navigate to where your audio clip is, and before you do anything, what you're going to do is right click and click duplicate. So you need to duplicate this clip, which I've already done here. And the reason we're going to do that is because anytime that we click save in Adobe Audition, it's going to overwrite this file. So if we want to go back to the original file, if we've duplicated it, that is really simple because we can just use this file again. Now, if I have a ton of audio files that I'm about to clean, then I really like to organize this further. I create a pre-audition folder as well as a post-audition folder. Then once I have done that, I'm going to drag anything that's in the post-audition folder into Audition. If you double click the file, then we can see what the file actually looks like. All right, so now I'm going to let you guys hear what this clip sounds like before we even do anything to it. So right now I am standing kind of close to a fridge, and you can hear some noise in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 10 seconds of silence so that we can remove that sound. So you can hear there's this kind of fridge noise right here, and it's just a loud, kind of obnoxious sound. So, and as I mentioned in here, what you're going to do every single time you hit record, go ahead and take some room tone, which is essentially just everyone be quiet in the room. Let's just get some typical sound that would be here if we weren't here, so that you can have this area that we'll be working with in this video. So the first step that you're going to do is you're going to teach Audition what the noise is that you're looking to remove. So you're just going to select a portion of this, of the silence, and you want to listen to it and make sure that there's no audio that you want to keep within this silence. So sometimes when I'm taking silence, the person that's mic'd up, they'll be breathing or doing something, messing with their clothes or something like that. So you really want to listen to it and make sure that the silence is true silence. So we're going to do that now. All right, so that sounds good to me. So afterwards, you're just going to click Shift P. That's going to help them learn the noise that you want to take out. Or you can go to the Effects tab down to Noise Reduction, Capture Noise Print. Then similarly, this is our next step. So before we actually click that, we're going to select the full clip, and I did that quickly by using Command A on my keyboard. And then the shortcut to this right here is Shift Command P. So I click Shift Command P, and this box pops up. Now, before I really dive into this, I want to point out that I know this can look really complicated, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this is so over my head. How am I going to do this? Well, I just want to reassure you, don't worry. This is honestly the only thing that I know how to do in Adobe Audition, and it has taken me a long way just knowing how to do this. So I'm going to give you the step-by-steps of how to do it. I also wanted to point out that there might be some people out there that feel that they can do this better than me or that I'm doing it wrong. Totally fine. I am completely open to learning new things. So if you feel that way, go ahead and drop a comment below and we can chat about it. Otherwise, I've been doing this for several years now, and it really works well for me and has with several video clients of mine. So I'll just show you guys exactly what I do. All right, so now that that's been applied, we can go back and we can actually listen to it and see the difference of how this sounds. Now, as I'm playing it, I'm going to toggle this on and off, which is going to apply the effect, and then unapply the effect, and you can hear what we're taking out, or what the audio sounds like before and after this effect has been applied. Similarly, this button here is going to, when you check it, it's going to show you just the audio that's being taken out and not the audio that you're keeping. So I'm going to toggle those back and forth. So let's listen and see how it sounds. So right now I am standing kind of close to a fridge, and you can hear some noise in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 10 seconds of silence so that we can remove that sound. So you can see it takes out definitely a significant portion of that audio. Now, I want to point out these functions right here before I get to this section. So this is noise reduction, how much percentage you are taking out of that sound. I like to keep it at 70. If you get to 100, it can kind of start distorting your audio quite a bit. And you'll be able to see this once we start playing around with this, what this dial really does. So I like to keep it at 70. Sometimes I'll go higher if I really need to. And then this is typically around 20 for me. It reduces your sound by 20 decibels. Now, if you drop down this advanced tab here, this usually is at 65%. Now, I only recently learned this trick, which is amazing because sometimes this audio can start to sound very tinny and very kind of computer-esque when you start messing with these a little bit too much. But if you drop this down to 2%, it sounds a whole lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it at 65%, and then I'll show it to you at 2%, and you can hear the difference. So that we can remove that sound. Silence, so that we can remove that sound. So you can kind of hear just a little bit of like this, it's slowly fading out this audio sound versus like just straight to no sound. So I'm going to show you that one more time, and then I'm going to change it to 2%, and you can see the difference. 10 seconds of silence so that we can remove that sound. Going to take 10 seconds of silence so that we can remove that sound. So that we can remove that sound. We can remove that sound. Remove that sound. All right, so that's really my main trick for you guys. I can show you this real quick. So this output noise only will show you what you're actually taking out. And so sometimes my audio or whoever's the interviewee is, their audio can get taken out a little bit. It doesn't bother me too much so long as it doesn't take a lot out. So if you're doing 100%, I'll kind of go like this while I have this on, and you'll be able to see the difference of how much we're actually taking out. So right now I am standing kind of close to a fridge. I am standing kind of and hear some noise in the back. You guys are probably going to need to play around with that one to really hear the difference. But you can kind of see when I went down, it wasn't taking any noise out. And when I went up, it was. And I went all the way over, you could hear a lot more of my voice. All right, so once we've kind of played around with these different settings, then you just go ahead and click apply. And it goes ahead and applies it. This little asterisk here means that we haven't saved the file. So if you click Command S to save that file, it saves it. And then it overwrites this file. And if we were to listen back to this, this is the cleaned audio file. But since we have the original one, this is the one that still has the background noise in it. If we weren't happy with how this turned out, we could always go back and do it again. So I walked you through this pretty quickly. Or actually, it seems like it took a little bit longer. It was on the longer side, but this really happens super fast whenever I'm going through and editing. You just select, you hit Command P, you hit Command A, Shift Command P to apply all of it. And these settings usually save in here, and then you just click apply and you're done. And then you save it. So there you go. Now you have no excuse to have background noise in your video. Hope this was helpful. If it was, drop a comment below and click that like button so that I know it was valuable. I'll see you in the next video. All right, so what I always do is I clap. I can sync the audio with the video. And then I'm gonna take 10 seconds of silence so we can take out any room tone. You know when you edit an awesome video but you don't want to be sitting on the cord. There's like still sirens going. Have a little bit of background noise in the background. Get into the editing bay and you realize there's audio. No, I don't want to say editing bay. How should I say this? And if you ever feel like you should do this differently, then feel free to tell me.